All right, in this lesson, we're going to be looking at domain and range of a function. The domain is the collection of all input or x values, and the range is the collection of all output or y values. In this relation, the domain is going to be all the x coordinates, and you should always list the domain in order from least to greatest. So the smallest element of the domain will be 1, and we're going to use set brackets. Then 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Those are all the elements of the domain, or the x coordinates of all the points in that relation. Now keep in mind, if you have repeating numbers in the domain and the range, you only state it one time. For the range, the smallest element of the range will be 1, 2, 5, 10, and then 15. And if we take a look at the coordinates, we do not have repeating x coordinates, so that lets us know that, yes, this is a function. In this graph, we want to first write out the relation, which is just writing out all the coordinates, and write the coordinates from left to right, top to bottom. So the first coordinate in the relation is going to be the coordinate point -2, -2. And then moving to the right, we've got -1, 1. Moving to the right, we've got 2 points, one above each other. So you want to use state the top point coordinate first, which is 1, 1. And then below it is 1, 0. And then as we move to the right, we've got another set of points that are above each other, vertically aligned. The top coordinate is 3, 3. And the coordinate below it is 3, -2. So now we can write out the domain, again, making sure that we enter each one of the elements in order from least to greatest. Smallest x coordinate is -2, -1. We have 2 1s, but we only write it once. And we have 2 3s, but we only write it once. And then for the range, we're going to write down all the y coordinates. And back up, we should be putting these in order from least to greatest, so that should be -3. And then up from there, the next coordinate should actually be 0. That's the next greatest y coordinate. Then up from there, the next greatest y coordinate will be 1. And then the biggest y coordinate is 3. And because we have points that are 2 sets of points that are vertically aligned, this is not going to be a function. Next, we have the following graph. This is actually an absolute value function. The domain, since the arrows go forever to the left and to the right, the domain is going to be all real numbers. And the range, if we add the coordinates there, the smallest y coordinate, or the furthest down that the graph goes, is to -2. And then it goes forever and ever upward. So the range is going to be all values of y such that y is greater than or equal to -2. And since this graph will pass the vertical line test, it is a function.